Hi, this is Bruce Buffer, and you're listening to the Brats and Beard Podcast.
Welcome back to the Brats and Beers Podcast, everybody. Woo, woo, woo.
Let's go.
Anthony is in a very good mood today. Today's a special NFL free agency edition of Brats and Beers. So Anthony is rocking his, he calls it his workout Cowboys hat. He has probably 50 of them, so this is specifically for his workouts. I mean, we are going to go team by team. Some of them obviously we'll skip over because they haven't done anything. But I mean, if you want to get started, Anthony, I think you're chomping at the bit to kind of talk here. How's Cowboys?
What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? You know, there were some people that we kept in-house. Love the Osa signing. Love the Turpin signing. Mukamura, great. You know, we let some people go. Chauncey Golson, hate to see him go. We let a couple other people go. You know, it's part of the business.
Yeah.
One person that I'm okay with letting go, because now some things are coming out in that locker room.
Uh-oh.
DeMarcus D-Law Lawrence.
Uh-oh.
Let's talk about, okay. You know, the free agent, sign with the Seahawks. It's cool, you know. Do your thing. Get your money, 3 years, whatever it is. What's left on the tires? There's not much tread left there.
Yeah.
And you're gonna go and do some piss poor interview saying that you didn't re-sign with the Cowboys because you wanted to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You're not gonna do that in Seattle. You're not gonna do it there.
Well, he's not gonna do it in Dallas, so I guess.
But, okay, so, you know, the NFL is a brotherhood. The locker room, you know, you keep a lot of that stuff in-house. You don't go out there running your mouth to the media on something, especially being a little bitch waiting for you to leave, and then you're going to talk all big and bad. Where was that leadership in the locker room last year? Where was the same energy last year when, you know, Michael was playing hurt, Trayvon was out with an injury? You know, the defense couldn't stop the run. Where the fuck was this energy?
I hear you. Everybody seems to talk a little bit more once they leave a locker room, right?
You
they think they're
bad on the internet when you're not. You want to wake up on a Monday morning and go see these guys
and go see Micah Parsons. You know.
Yeah, it's funny is, you know, he had those comments and everyone's like, well, you know, snakes come out.
They come out.
A little something to say with that.
They come out to play. So you're fine with him being gone because of that, or just in general?
Look, we had to get younger. The defense wasn't able to stop the run. You know, I think Micah said it in one of his things is we started off great. You know, first quarter, second quarter, you know, and then that wear and tear, like any kind of good running team does, is they're going to bust out in that third and fourth quarter. When your hands are on your knees, that's when, you know, the run game is supposed to work.
Yeah.
And we weren't able to stop that. So.
Yeah. So, have you guys, who else have you brought in? Did you bring in some pieces to kind of help that, or?
Look, we solved the running back problem. We're not going after Jesse now. Miles Sanders is the savior in Dallas. We let Rico Dowdle. No, he is not. We let Rico go to the Panthers. You know, Zeke is Zekeing. I mean, you know, Deuce Vaughn, all 5'1" of him.
Deuce.
You
guys got Javonte Williams too.
I mean, there you go. You
got Javonte and Miles Sanders, two-headed backfield. Oh, monsters.
Yeah, like if this was 2021.
Yeah.
Okay. No. Look, you know, the Cowboys are very cautious in free agency. They don't like to overspend. The last time we did that, we had a Greg Hardy incident.
Yeah.
So I get that. You know, we a lot of our, you know, we have some friendly deals. But look, it's
you You do need that. You got Solomon Thomas, Rob Jones, Peyton Turner, and Jack Sanborn are your other signings on here. So, I mean, I don't know much about most of those guys except for Jack Sanborn.
Do you know any of the teams they played for last season without looking it up?
I couldn't tell you who Sanborn played for. No, I don't think I would know. He's the only one I really know, so I don't know. So
the one thing we did get right, or we are getting right for right now, is we're not in the Cooper Cup market.
Yeah, you guys backed out of that.
$15 million for that? No.
You wouldn't want him?
No, not for $15 million.
Just because the Rams weren't using him at the end of last year, just because they have their old golden boy, doesn't mean I don't think he's not like washed or anything. I don't know.
He's injury prone.
Yeah, he is.
He is.
I'll give you that.
But I think there's some receivers out there, one that's already been in the locker room that's available. Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
Amari's what, 31?
I'm surprised. Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised he's not back yet. I can see that happening. He's older, but he could probably get you the same production as Cooper Kupp for cheaper.
Stephon Diggs is available.
Well, I don't know if I'd want him on my team.
Hey, come on. A little offense, little defense, little vertical.
He's, I don't know, he seems like quite the handful. I don't know.
Yeah, it's all right. But look, Dallas, this has been a frustrating one for sure. The draft, let's see what we do. There's some needs, obviously running back, offensive line, defensive line.
They're not going to go for a running back though now, right?
No. I think what they're going to do is they're going to find someone in the 4th, 5th round.
Yeah.
You're not going to overdraft and get Jency or something like that. Now, if that homeboy from Penn State, what is his name? Was it Carter?
Yeah, Carter, right? Yeah.
If he falls to us, I mean, I would love that. I don't think he'd fall into the top 5.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. I think I don't want to get off on the
they're saying
stuff, but
Zool could be. Yeah, I mean, he should be depending on quarterback situation and then Junty, he should be a top 5 pick for sure. I know some people were saying for a while he was going to go number 1 of the Titans, but I think that's going to be a Cam Ward train. I think, unless they trade it.
Well, I'm hearing Cam Ward 1 regardless, and it's either going to be the Titans, the Giants, or the other team that was involved. But
I wouldn't be pissed off if the Titans traded him. It sounds like. Or traded that pick and try to get a couple more pieces, even if it wasn't that far down. But I don't know if he's going to be the next best thing. I mean, I'll take Cam Ward all day as long as it's not one of those Colorado fucking idiots. I'm happy. Keep Travis Hunter and Shedeur away from the Titans. So it's fine with me. No thanks.
All right, I'm going to get off my.
Shedeur sounds like he's a future Cowboy, though. Whether it's from the draft or any other time, he's going to be a Cowboy at some point. You know it.
Eventually, yes.
He will be. He's just got Cowboy attitude, Cowboy everything just written all over it. Deion will love that shit. So you'll put up with it eventually. It's written in the stuff. Come to Mexico tomorrow.
Nah, fuck that. That sounds like you trying to set me up.
Fine, never come back, buddy.
Uh-huh.
Hey, it's nice down there. I'd stay with you.
You can't spell Eschendahl without I-C-E.
Eisendahl. Oh, fuck. All right, let's hit some of these teams. Some of them we'll go through pretty quick here. We are going to go alphabetical order. So some of them will probably be boring, but Arizona Cardinals, they kept Zay Jones, got Josh Sweat, Jacoby Brissett, big name there. Nothing too exciting with the Cardinals, I don't think. Falcons kept a lot of names. They got 0 people that I know. Well, they got Leonard Floyd. Other than that, irrelevant. Ravens, they got DeAndre Hopkins. Is that going to be big for him, or what do you think of that?
Veteran leadership in the locker room. I see that, with that receiver core. You have someone who's been in the league, who's, bounced around a little bit the last couple of years, but there's no denying that Hopkins he's a professional.
Yeah, outside of 2 games, I mean, with him not doing much in KC, I think everyone kind of sees that that's his role right now, is just kind of being that veteran guy who can make plays, but it did seem like I don't know if it lost a step or maybe they just weren't utilizing him as much, but he definitely didn't look the same last year, I would say, outside of like one of those first 2 games.
You go to Baltimore and you're a third, fourth option now, with Mark Andrews and all them.
It's going to be the same.
Take that pressure off. You're going to get those one-on-one looks. You get your 50 receptions, 750 yards, 5 touchdowns. That's success. Yep. That's a success.
Yeah. That's a solid vet year at wideout for sure. Let's see, the Buffalo Bills. They kept Allen, Shakir, Ty Johnson, Damar Hamlin, 1 year, $2 million offer. Wow, huge. They
I almost had a heart attack when I saw that transaction.
They got Josh Palmer from the Chargers. They got Joey Bosa, which is pretty huge for the defense. They got Laviska Shenault. He's irrelevant now, so I don't even know why I said his name. But Bosa and Palmer out there, they're 2 big signings on the offensive side, or Palmer on the offense, Bosa on the defense. Those are kind of big. I mean, they struggle at wide receiver. Now Palmer's not an incredible talent, but he did all right on the Chargers. He had some.
Are they going to bring back Von Miller? Is Von Miller still with the Bills?
I think they are. I thought they were.
They released him, but they were both to hash something out, restructure.
He's not on here yet, but I think they're still talking. Last I saw, I remember seeing that they were saying he wanted to come back or they were going to work something out. So I'm sure it'll be soon. Carolina Panthers got J.C. Horn back. Andy Dalton.
Rico.
Oh, Andy Dalton.
Uncle Rico
is
Rico Dow.
He is there. 1 year, $6.5 million. What a stud! Is he on the Panthers? Yeah, whatever. Otherwise, no other exciting signings there. The Bears.
I think the Bears are doing it smart. They're bolstering up their offensive line.
Yeah, as they should.
What, three linemen? I mean,
they traded for Jonah Jackson and Joe Thuney. They got center Drew Dahlman. They got Zacchaeus, wide receiver. They got Robert Tonyan, former Packer. Durham Smythe at tight end as well. I mean, they've added some pieces.
Look, I mean, the only way he's going to succeed is he's going to have to be protected because you give the guy. I mean, you can't even drop back, let his nails dry before he's already on the ground. Give him a little bit of time. Give him a little bit of time. Let that Joe manicure set.
Oh, I love it. Oh, God. Yeah, I mean, the Bears still suck, so whatever. Cincinnati Bengals, they got T. Higgins back, or they franchise tagged him. Gesicki back. They signed Samaje Perine to 2-year deal. He's close to being irrelevant. Cleveland Browns traded for Kenny Pickett from the Eagles. Myles Garrett. I love Myles Garrett was Mr. I'm not going to play for you guys, blah, blah, blah. Then they threw $40 million a year in his face, and he said, sign me up. Sign me up. I'll lose some more. I don't care.
Funny how Russell Wilson around.
Funny how money changes that real quick.
They do it for the love of the game.
Yeah. Of course. He just wants to win, Cowboys, we already talked about them. The Denver Broncos, they got Evan Ingram, 2-year deal, $23 million. Jared Stidham. Yeah, that's about it. Nothing exciting. Detroit Lions. Let's see. Tim Patrick. They re-signed DJ Reed, cornerback, 3 years. Meh. The Packers, the shortest list right now. Shortest list. They retained Brandon McManus and Isaiah McDuffie, and then they got Aaron Banks, which I think is very good. Guard 4 years, $77 million, and then cornerback Nate Hobbs. So, I mean, the two deals that they got done, I do like. Nate Hobbs is interesting. I do think they should try to trade Jair Alexander. I know they said he's not necessarily on the market, but I think he is. I just don't think they want to hurt his feelings yet. Because if he's not going to play, you might as well trade him.
What about old soft ass wide receiver? Got a concussion. My legs hurt. Cramping.
He's a bitch. Watson?
Yeah.
He sucks. I haven't liked him since the first game when he dropped that huge pass, and literally his first game of his career, which I understood at that time it was literally his first bomb that he dropped. But I was like, this guy sucks. And then he just gets hurt left and right. Every game, it's something. It's insane. Just cut him. There's no reason to pay him anything. I don't know. Wasted roster spot on that wide receiving core. Houston Texans, they traded for Christian Kirk, which is interesting. They also traded for C.J. Gardner Johnson. Two pretty decent moves there. They signed Tremont Smith, Braxton Berrios, huge pickup there, and Justin Watson. So their receiving core is dangerous. They do have a shit ton of receivers, I feel like. Indianapolis Colts, Khalil Herbert, Shavarius Ward, and then Daniel Jones. How quick is he going to give AR a run for his money? I know he's horrible, but AR is horrible. So will he take over his job at some point in the season without injury, barring injury? Will he take it over?
No.
No
way. No.
You do kind of got to stick with the young guy, but I mean, when you have a completion percentage of around 45 versus say 65 of Daniel Jones, at some point you got to be like, what are you throwing the ball at, and how bad can you be? If you can't even he's the only QB who can't get it above 50%. It's horrible.
This is his third year, so I mean,
yeah.
Granted, the first year ended with an injury, but this is it for him. This is time to show out. There's sophomore slump's done. Third year in the league, the speed's there. You got to. It's put up or shut up.
Yeah, if he doesn't do something this year, I mean, and they can give him the full year, but I mean, if they're not winning games, I could see them eventually, kind of like last year, how they brought in Flacco, bringing Daniel Jones in. Daniel Jones isn't going to win them games. I think they know that. So it's either let him run the season into the ground if he does, or if he succeeds, great. But yeah, put up or shut up this year for AR for sure. Jacksonville Jaguars, let's see, Jordan Lewis, Macari, Diami Brown, Nick Mullins, Johnny Munt, Hunter Long, Eric Murray. Nobody that's getting me excited there. The Chiefs got Nick Bolton back, Hollywood Brown, Kareem Hunt. They signed today to a one-year, $1.5 million deal. They also signed Gardner Minshew, Christian Fulton, Eli Mitchell in the backfield, and then Bailey Zapp. Again, nothing too exciting there. The Las Vegas Raiders for our boy Jeremy Salazar. They traded for Geno Smith. He was pretty excited about that. They retained Max Crosby, which was hoping he would go to the Packers, but he did not. They signed Jeremy Chin, Alex Kappa, Lonnie Johnson, Eric Stokes, and Raheem Mostert. Think any of those moves, Anthony, do anything for the Raiders? Think Geno Smith helps them out?
Look, Geno, familiar with Carroll.
Yep.
Max Crosby is a beast. I mean,
stud.
I would love Max Crosby on my team.
Yeah, 100%.
They're still the Raiders.
They are.
They're still the Raiders. In that division, they're the third best team. The way the Broncos are playing, the Raiders are right there at the fourth. I think we're going to see the Chiefs come down to reality. Don't be surprised if the Broncos are competing in this year.
Yeah.
They showed flashes last year.
I agree.
So,
yeah,
the
100%.
Raiders are going to be the Raiders.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm excited to kind of see that Geno Brock Bowers kind of connection, if there is one, and how some of those pieces land when you actually have a somewhat competent QB. But I do feel like they're just going to be the Raiders in the end. So, pretty tough division. I don't think he goes too well. Chargers retained Khalil Mack, Elijah Molden, Jalen Rieger. They signed Dante Jackson, Mike Williams, Najee Harris, which can be a big signing. Yeah, I think it's a good signing. I mean, there's no competition for Najee. I think that backfield is going to be his to take, which I feel like he hasn't had for a long time. I feel like it's always been kind of split stuff most of his career. So I think this will be a good system, and they like to run, right? Like they're pretty run heavy focused. So could be a decent season for Najee as long as he stays healthy there. The Rams, they kept Stafford and signed Jimmy Garoppolo. Then they got Devontae Adams. Are we excited there? Is that kind of a DeAndre Hopkins type of thing? I would put him above DeAndre, but
I think Devontae's a solid 2. Puka's 1. Mm-hmm. Devontae's 2.
Yeah. I agree.
They brought back Tutu Atwell. Yeah. I know they let Demarcus Robinson go. Mm-hmm. So it's not a bad move. It's not.
Van Jefferson, was he still on their team? Because he's on the Titans now. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember if he was still Ram or not. I know he was.
I think he kind of lost some of that once DeMarcus stepped up.
Yeah, DeMarcus.
Cooper and all that. So
he dropped back quick.
It'll be interesting. They re-signed Stafford. I thought Stafford was gone, and they had the pieces. The defense was solid last year. We'll see.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Devontae is going to be exciting for him. They are losing Cooper Kupp, but I think Devontae obviously stepped that role. They weren't even utilizing Cooper Kupp towards the end of the year last year anyway, so whether that was because injuries he was playing through or whatever, but they were barely using him. I know because I bet on him quite a bit, and one of them he needed 60 yards or whatever it was, and he had like zero catches, I think. So I remember it. Yeah, that's very close. Miami Dolphins. Let's see here. They signed the Titans' best wide receiver, Nick Westbrook-Ikhine, so that sucks. They signed Zach Wilson.
Does the mom come with?
Yeah, she does. She's gonna play center, I think, for him this year. Alexander Mattison.
Wouldn't mind that push.
Tua's gonna get knocked out. The Minnesota Vikings, they got Aaron Jones back, which kind of surprised. I don't know. $10 million a year. We'll see. He's getting up there in age. We'll see if he can stay healthy. But if he's healthy, I think it's a good play for them. Trying to see anybody else. I mean, they bulked up their defense quite a bit in free agency. Eric Wilson, Isaiah Rodgers, Ryan Kelly. They got some O-line pieces and a lot of defense guys. The Patriots got Austin Hooper back, and then let's see, they got quite the list of guys signed. Let's see if anybody matters. Harold Landry from the Titans, Josh Dobbs, Mac Hollins.
Well, they just re-signed a good friend of mine. Actually, they just picked him up. Marcus Epps, safety from the Raiders, coming off that ACL. They just signed him, so that went official, I think, about 20 minutes ago. So.
Oh, shit. Okay. That's exciting.
Yeah, so good for him. I'm excited. It's a 1-year deal, coming off of an ACL injury. See what Wilson thinks. So,
yeah.
Excited to see him back out there.
Epps is solid. That's exciting. New Orleans Saints, Chase Young, Juwan Johnson, and then signed Jack Stoll, Will Clapp, Justin Reed. Nothing too crazy there. The Giants, their front office has to make some moves this year. They have to win some games, otherwise they are all fired. They got Slayton back. Tommy.
Well, I heard Saquon was available. No?
Get him back on the squad.
Yeah.
I mean, they haven't really made, as far as offensive goes, haven't made much offensive progress. A lot of defense, some O-line stuff. So we'll see what happens at the draft or anything else happens here. But as of right now, they didn't add much outside of keeping Darius Slayton. So not great. And if they get Mr. Aaron Rodgers, we'll see if that happens. Or he's going to Minnesota. Or Pittsburgh. I don't know.
Is he going to complete the Brett Favre challenge?
He should. I mean, at this point, you might as well. You're almost there. You literally have like 3 steps left.
That dick pic.
Yeah. and then scam someone.
Did his house burn down in the fires? He's going to get one of those reports out.
Literally 3 steps left. He can do it. I have faith. The Jets signed Justin Fields. Stone Smart, Josh Myers from the Packers. Justin Fields, a Jet. Does that matter? Nah.
Look, I like Justin. I think he's gotten some bad shakes. You know, He was winning games in Pittsburgh before Russell Wilson came back.
Yeah.
Didn't have a fair shake in Chicago. You know,
I don't know if the Jets is going to be the one to give him the fair shake, but I mean, he does have
him and Gary Wilson.
He's got Garrett. Yeah, he's got Garrett. I guess we'll see. Eagles traded for GTR, Dorian Thompson-Robinson. That's pretty much irrelevant.
Hey, you leave that Bruin alone.
He's on my actually I just dropped him for my dynasty team, but I did have him on my team last year. They retained Zach Bond, obviously Saquon Barkley, signed Harrison Bryant and AJ Dillon. They now have a quad squad over there. They got the two running backs with the largest quads in the league. They got Adoree Jackson at cornerback. Pittsburgh Steelers, they traded for DK Metcalf. That's exciting for whoever ends up quarterbacking that team. 5 years, $150 million, he got paid, so he's happy.
Is Pickens giving up the number or no? Or is it Pickett?
Oh, yeah. No, he announced that he's changing his number to 4, I think. I don't know the meaning, but he's changing his number, he announced. So, they got Darius Slay, Mason Rudolph, Donald Parham, Kenneth Gainwell, San Francisco 49ers retained Patrick Taylor, Jordan Mason. They signed Luke Farrell, Demarcus Robinson from the Rams, Mac Jones as a backup QB, which, again, he's pretty irrelevant. Seattle Seahawks, Sam Darnold, DeMarcus Lawrence, your boy we talked about a little earlier. MVS, I think that MVS is now, I think his last 4 teams. Was it 4 teams? He's played, like, their quarterback has been the MVP or something, or last 2 or 3 teams, whatever it is. I saw a stat that, he's played for the MVP the last, 4 years or some shit, which is pretty hilarious. So, Sam Darnold might be the MVP this year. Maybe put your money down. We'll see. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they retained Chris Godwin, which I know we talked about on a previous episode, if they were going to or not. They signed Hassan Reddick, Kyle Trask, who is irrelevant. Tennessee Titans, I mean, they got Johnny Hecker, punter. Hell yeah. Let's go. Dan Moore, Kevin Zeitler, Cody Barton, Xavier Woods, who I do like at safety. They got Van Jefferson, Brandon Allen. So nothing that's gotten me too excited, but they do have the number 1 pick, so we'll see what they do with that. Hopefully it's
How long until Eddie George is the head coach of the Titans?
Oh, dude, wish it happened yesterday. I mean, I wouldn't be mad. Throw him or Kevin Dyson in there. Shout out, Kevin. Let's go. Who's Derek Mason? He's coaching college football.
Yeah.
He might as well just take the leap. I think he's been doing pretty decent. So who knows? That'd be pretty cool. The Commanders traded for Deebo Samuel, Laramie Tunzel. Are you excited for Deebo to be with the Commanders, or you think he's just kind of on the decline?
Look, Debo's Debo. You get him the ball, he's going to do some explosive things.
If he catches it. He had some issues last year.
I think he checked out with the 49ers, to be real.
Yeah.
He checked out.
I agree.
The NFC East is probably the strongest division in football. You got the Commanders, the Eagles, the Cowboys. 3 out of the 4.
Anthony, you expect people to take you seriously, and then you say shit like that.
I didn't say we were going to. I just said they're competitive. They're a competitive team. They're going to be.
No, you said that you said it's the most competitive division.
It is. What team is better? What conference is better? What division?
The North?
Don't say the NFC North. You got the Bears. Stop.
The other 3 are incredibly dominant. What was it? The first year they all had over 13 wins. I mean, I will give you this though. They all fucking sucked in the playoffs, but last year they were all extremely dominant. I'm pretty sure, don't quote me, and it might have changed towards the end of the season, but I remember like almost towards the end of the season, they had all only lost divisional games, I want to say. After like, I don't know, if it was like after like week 1 or some shit, because the Packers lost against the Eagles week 1. I want to say it was like after week 1 or week 2, the rest of the season, they only lost divisional games. Crazy. That's crazy.
So they're beating their meat on each other?
They are. They are, which is lovely to watch. Well, that was the free agency rundown, dude. Did we miss anything? Anybody else you want to talk about as far as NFL goes? I'm trying to think.
No.
I know there's new coaching, a lot of new coaching changes, stuff like that. So it'll be exciting, and we can dive into that in another episode. But we wanted to get a quick free agency episode in because it's been kind of crazy recently.
Yeah, it's been fun.
We need to dive into some big ones. Yeah. Is there still?
There's still some players.
Who else? Yeah. Who else is out there? Let's see if there's
like I said, you got Stephon Diggs, Amari Cooper on the receivers, some linemen, some linebackers. But I think out of the top 100, I think there was like 85 of them already re-signed or found new homes. So
damn.
The cream of the crop's already gone. So you're looking for that second tier now. And then also waiting for Aaron Rodgers' trip to come down and figure out where he's going.
He's on the beach stumbling around somewhere. Yeah, real quick, we'll go through Aaron Rodgers, Cooper Kupp, Stephon Diggs, Keenan Allen, Amari Cooper, Von Miller, Brandon Cooks, Deontay Johnson, Tyler Lockett. I mean, that's probably as far as offensive goes. You guys can get Trey Lance back if you need him. He's out there. I would say, I mean, there's still plenty of talent on the board. So a lot of those guys are a little bit older at those skill positions, but, I mean, pretty much everyone left is pretty old. Age 32, 31, 31, 30, 35. Pretty much every skill position player is 31 or older. So, there's a reason they're out there, but a lot of negotiating going on right now, I'm sure.
I like it.
All right. Well, Drew missed this one, guys. Obviously, what if Drew was on this and he just never talked the entire time? Drew was working right now, so he could not hop on. We're doing this a little earlier. But next week, I'll be on vacation. We will not have an episode next week, but I'll get this out for this weekend. So
March Madness. We should do a bracket challenge.
Woo! We are. I posted about it. Thanks for checking out our Instagram. $10 bracket challenge. $10 bracket challenge. It is posted on the bio link. So go click on that. Or if you need to just DM me. Send me a message, text me, whatever you need. Get in it. It's on ESPN. B&B, Bracket Challenge, $10. Winner takes all. We're fucking doing it. All right?
Let's go.
All right, Reese's Pieces, everybody. Thanks for listening. We love you. Whoop, whoop.